tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. That's it.
Yo, Cee Gee, peace, my digger. What's good?
Hey, what's up? What up?
All right. Yeah, you got the, you know, you don't want to be seen today?
Oh, let me, wait.
Sit down. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. What's good? Thank you for taking time out to check me. Word up.
What?
Yeah, man. Cee Gee, yo, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm not just saying this because you on here, but I think it was Hitler Where's Herman 7. Broadway Joe was the best joint on the album, hands down. That shit was hard. That shit was hard.
Yeah, I did set the tone. I did start the project with the Broadway Joes though.
Yo, that shit was hard. That I play that all the time. Out of everything on that album, that's the one joint I always go to.
I've been telling folks that that's one of the joints that you just like you just cannot pass.
Right, you cannot pass that up. That right there was fire. So I know you're from Buffalo, right?
Right.
Okay. How did you? I mean, what made you start making beats? Were you rhyming at first? Were you DJing? How did it all start?
Basically, I want to be a DJ first.
Oh, okay.
I want to be a DJ first.
Okay, and then you just transitioned to beat making.
Well, it's like as a kid, grew up in the '90s. Cause I was born in the beginning 1990, and that was during when the hip hop it started the height of the next booming era, and I was like, that was when I was, you listening to your parents' collections, and then listening to radio, and watching music video. That's when you had to catch the music. You had to catch a lot of dopest videos on TV back in the day, and then me being a DJ, DJing, I was kind of on some, cassettes, and from cassettes to the CDs, during my childhood, and then what got into producing, it was definitely I've been listening a lot of the music during just for the sound, the music, and then that's when I I got, and then 2000, around 2000s, that was when the underground hip hop was just popularized over the commercial rap, and I started I got even more deep into the sound, and I made my first beat in 2009.
Wow. So what when you started making beats, what was your first piece of equipment that you used?
After I started making my first beat, I wanted to start. I didn't have no equipment at all. I did have the software. I did have the software when I first making beats 10 years ago. Because I used Music Maker, because most of the beats I did, it was a beat it was through the computer. Then I did then 2016 I bought my first and only beat machine as an MPC Studio. Yeah, I use MPC Studio.
It's funny because I've been using the MPC 2000 XL for over 20 years. And I finally switched over to the MPC Studio, which makes the workflow much easier. You know, I love the MPC studio. Love it a lot. You know,
Facts.
definitely. So, when it comes to sampling, are you a E-digger or are you more so vinyl?
When I started, I don't know the difference because I mean, when I started making beats, I was more like I was just like finding shit on online because you know I was finding shit online, and then like then and then I got into the vinyl collecting, like in the between vinyl collecting in between when I was making beats, and then I wanted to get into like finding shit sounds on a vinyl, but the, but my work but I don't have any proper like record record player to to connect it to my laptop, and so I'm just like finding loop it and then craft it. I mean, I have something much as possible. But then I've been collecting records like mostly the last couple of years. I used to have because there was this record store that's in my city, which is now closed down, called Record Theater. I would just go over there most all the time and just finding shit that was some heard and never heard. And then I just like I found some over there, and then once we had this new record store, which we still over there called Revolver. That's when I still go over there, and I kind of so most of the time I kind of I've been finding like shit from like I eat digging like from like YouTube, and then like once, and I've been finding like packs now. I've been finding like simple packs now, like just I listening to it, and I just like I just like do something, put my own tricks to it, to the sample. I just flip it, and then I just make it happen.
Gotcha. So are you more into looping or chopping?
Um, well both. Like it depends like what how it sound, cause like it depends how it is like how does it sound, but then once the how did it yeah I put yeah because I do like both because like I make because like I had to listen to the record first and see what can I do, like put the the like just chopped up the sample, and then chopped up like the drum like the drum kits and then put my own twist and then I made it like a I put I put like both uh but yeah I do like both on
Okay,
looping
okay, cool,
and
cool,
chopping.
cool. So when it comes to making beats, like what BPMs do you like to stick with? Like what range?
BPM.
True indeed.
Oh, BPM. Well, most of my BPMs I stick to like 90, and then I stick to like some of the beats I did was 90 or 80 or 70, or it depends what the it depends what the sample I chop it as hot. It depends how the sample flows.
Right. Now, are you quantitizing drums?
Um, what do you mean, like pitching or
Well, like making to make the drums bounce. You know how you switch it to 1/16 for 1/8 for the, it's called quantitizing. Or do you just
well just making just making sure that if it's matched to the it's making sure it's matched to the sample.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
just
cool.
make sure like the drums match to the sample, and then and the snare, and then and the hi hats, and then the bass, everything is all matched to the track.
Right. So where are you getting your drums from? Are you getting more strictly on vinyl, or are you just getting from wherever?
Well, I find it whatever, because most of the time I've been like I was collecting. I was when I was collecting. That was when I was collecting like stuff from like online, and mostly I just like looping. I was like looping drums on my own, and then chop it up. Then chop it up later.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So, the number one question I'm sure everybody who's gonna watch this wants to know is, how did you link up with Westside Gunn and Griselda?
Well, Buffalo's a home town. I met Wes since the early 2014. Actually, the late 2014, because I was friends with him on like I was already friends with him on Facebook. Like 2013, later that, because this is around like when the second. So he already put like the first or two Hitler where Herman's already. Then he was jumping to the third. I met him when the third Hitler came out, and then he brought G.A.Z.Z in my city.
Right.
At that time, that's when I met G.A.Z.Z that night. The same time I met West, and I met Conway that night too.
Gotcha.
Like this is like the holiday time, like a late December 2014. I was already starting stepping the foot in the door of the music scene in Buffalo. And then and then once I met G.A.Z.Z, and I met like West and then kind of, and then I was approaching them to do music back then, but I wasn't even like making music. But I was brand new to the scene yet. So I was kind of like, I was on my fan shit and also supporting them like in the beginning, and also I already met Derringer, because like prior to the West, because he was DJing around the scene at the time. At the time, and then I didn't meet Benny until a little bit later, 2015. So I already knew these niggas since like earlier, prior to where they are now. So like, because I was there mostly, like from like the merch, and then sell out vinyls, even the shows and the deals, everything that was around, I was there.
Right.
And then even but then like I didn't start doing music with them until like 2019, and that was like the grunt. That was when the grunt. It was right after when West put out the Supreme Black Tail, and then Benny dropped the 10 Talk 3, and then even when the Broadway Joes, that I made that beat like 2 years, even this month, but it was like 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I made it like 2 years ago, because like it was around the time that Benny put out the Pluck the Met, the first one, right, on this month, and I created Robert Jones like a couple of days later, and then, but I didn't have him on. I didn't have Wes on my mind. On my mind until I was at this party. There was this. It used to be a club in the downtown Buffalo, called Man's Lounge. He was like celebrating because he just dropped the Fly Guys the Awesome God, the first one, like 2 weeks after the Plus I Met from his bus, and then he like we was all we was partying and celebrating and all that shit, and then he I pulled him on the side. I briefly said, "Yo, I got some beats. Some of them send. Some of them send them through with him," and then that I send that, and then other couple joints in a batch, and then I let him hear it, and I let him hear it, and then he hit me up because I was in this room like playing my video games, like. I was in my room playing my video games. He hit me up, like he chose what he chose. And I was like, cool. I don't want to. Don't tell me anything else. I was just like put my phone down. I got back on my controller, and I just like do what you gotta do. Then about a month later, he was in town, this is when the schools get ready back on open. He had a giveaway, just for the kids, and then he was in town, and then I think it was for something. That was when he got a certificate for the Westside Gun Day, and I was there for that. And prior to that, this nigga was pulling his phone, and he let me hear the song, and he let me hear the song, and I'm like, and when I heard his vocals on, I'm like, I was like, okay, this is going, this is taking me somewhere, and then, cause at that time, and then, cause by that time I was, I got into some crazy shit that it lets me want to stop making music. But during that time, and then and then during that record it was kind of like it was considered like a plan B, and but during that, and then and then I let no and the craziest thing that I didn't let nobody knows that I did a song with him until he announced the Hitler 7. This is like because I heard it like around the late August, and he was kind of like surfing around October, because that was around the time that that was when the movie was in works too.
Right.
Yeah, the conflicted movie was shooting around that time.
Right.
And then I ended up just and then like when I found out that the Hitler wearing Hermes 7, and then like the cover, which is like you see on the Times Square, is like it's more that's where the it's iconic at. But now and then when I saw the when he posted the list, because mind you, I was at work and I was getting ready to come back from my break, and then before that I seen a post and I saw I'm like, I see Robert Jones was going to sit, and I shared it, and I saw that I was just about to get ready to like walk out that picture, and then I was like word, I was like, and then this was the night because Benny had a show because he was on tour for the Plus I Met tour, and then that was like and then that was it was a Halloween night, and well actually the weekend, by the way, this was like 20 so this I was people like my comments, my DMs, and sometimes my text was like it felt like I was I was back to as like that kind of proves that I didn't give up. And then the song came out, and then the album came out, and then I just like I kept it going, and then like I've been linked up with them. I've been linked up with them like since with West since that, and since that, and even a couple months later, like about like a year later, I did something with the Conflicted soundtrack too.
Right. So
I did I did a song with the Conflicted soundtrack too. The mission accomplishment with Westside Gunn, Monty, and Benny. That was the funny the fact about that was Wes like Wes was just put out the Who Made the Sunshine album for Shady back in October, and I just did I did a project with this rapper named Genesis, who was also from Buffalo. I did a project with him called Property Video Games, so you can check it out on my Bandcamp page. And then he announced the next Hitler 8. West was announcing the next Hitler 8, Hermes 8, and this is around the time that his ass was about to get ready to retire. Like last year, he was about to. That's gonna be his last. But then, once that so it was during the time when he was about to be done rapping. But then so when he announced the project, so I was like, okay, now I definitely got something. And then I was I was taking care of some business with my friend, and and then after that, I ran a gun because he was in a car outside this place called King City, and then I chop it up. He said at these beats, and I'm sending him a pack, and then this year I was going to meet up with him in the studio, but if it's if that ain't gonna help, I can go send him. I'm gonna send him a pack. I'm gonna send him a pack. Like I sent this nigga about almost 40.
Mm.
Yeah, I sent him almost 40 because I was I was cooking a lot of shit during the quarantine last year, and then and then that was like kind of my mission, and because I missed because by that time he already dropped like three albums after the Hitler Center. Well, actually four. Well, actually four, because what Machine Gun do was it was immediately afterwards. Which it was all Derringer people, but he was already there like 4 5 projects by then, and then like so I sent him a pack, and then it was around the same time that they was working on the soundtrack, and then when he did the when they did the soundtrack, that was it was working on the soundtrack. When I first heard the story, and I heard my vocals over my beat, I'm thinking that what this leads up to, because and the crazy thing is that Wes approached me. He want me to do something for her. During like prior to the song, because this is when she's about to get ready to drop the Liz, and I'm thinking that I'm like, wait, the album is they already finished already. They kind of like got more shit to cook up for the Liz too, and but that was around the week when DJ Shay died, which that was the same week when DJ Shay died, and that was around because the original date was My D.I.G.G.A.Z was supposed to drop the date that August, but then even West was supposed to drop the Shady album, but then ever since the passing of the Shade, they did kind of like delayed the project, and then I don't know what was the collaboration, so that kind of miss kind of forgot it, and then when I heard her on my vocals over my beat, it was just like it was questionable for me at the time, and then a little bit later, and then like I was pushing this project I was doing, cause I'm one half of this group called Green Giant with this MC and the artist graphic artist named Bridget Giant, and because I was dropping this project called Green Giant 2. Before I was getting ready to drop it, like Benny sent me the video of his vocals on that song, and when I heard it, I'm like, I'm thinking what the fuck? I'm like what the fuck? And I said to myself, I want this with this when I got a record. Okay, this is definitely going to ease up, and then so on, like 3 or 4 days after 3 or 4 days after the New Year's, the soundtrack was announced, and I was on it. I was like, when I saw the list, I'm like, yo, I'm on the song with Wes and Monty and Benny on one track. I was like, I did that because I made that. Then that was like the illest song, and that was a start up of this year. And even the movie came out a little bit later, a little bit afterwards, and that was like the best ever. Even And I just saw the video that you heard the pray for Haiti of
Right.
my homie.
Right. Yeah,
And
you
I
got a
was,
track on that too.
yep.
Yeah. So it's safe to say you're producing full time now, huh?
I guess you say that. Like, I've been producing. I can say that I'm a producer full time. Like, I've been doing that ever since that. When when pandemic happens, it's like I just left my job. I just like properly left my job. Even when before the pandemic happened, I was getting ready to leave my job for good, and starting like with my job for good, cause like, and then I was cause I had something I wanted to invest to like from this, and I was like I'll give it a shot, and then once I was like I was in here during this like during this I was kind of like brainstorming like what can I do. I did like the insurance kind of help the insurance kind of help my investing and saving just save up just save up buying the buying some packs and buying drum kits and trying to and make sure my make sure my folks is good. So yeah, I've been like I've been considering myself as a full time producer, and also sometimes DJ too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
because I do shows. I do shows. Yeah, I DJ'd. I do because I DJ'd show because like me and this group because me and an MC because I'm one half of this. I'm part of this group called Green Giant. With this MC named, like I said, Green Giant, Project Giant. Like cause like, I do the beat, I do all the beats, and he do the rhymes. So I just kind of like, once we get on stage, I'm kind of on the DJ role.
Right. 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 So what's next after that? Do you have any more projects coming out with Griselda? It's going to be a Westside Gunn fully produced by you coming up next?
I wish, but then like, even though that Gunn is still, even though that he still ain't dropped the Hillary Hermes 8 yet.
And you're on that one, right?
I'm not sure, but even though that video that I'm pretty sure that you seen when him and Busta Rhymes was in the studio,
right?
Like he acknowledged, and those beats that was playing in the background,
right?
Yeah, that was my beats.
Oh, okay, wow.
And I'm kind of puzzled, and what's crazy about that was the joint the joint from the soundtrack and the joint I did for Mach Hommy was supposed to be for the was supposed to be for the was part of the same package for the Hill 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sent him the package around the same. That was around the same time, and and I had something new. I got something coming up with I had something coming up. Yeah, so I might have something. So hopefully Wes will use what I sent him like years like months back even though he already finished, but I'm just waiting for this nigga to put it out. Then I got I just finally sent up the package for Benny like about a day or two, because I met up with him at the pop-up shop in my city like a couple of days ago, and because after he was on the joint the soundtrack, it's like ain't over like we're gonna hear more again, and then like because we have some cooking down. I'm trying to do something with Conway, because like because like Cause I sent him a pack prior, but then like he's just been moving around, and also because especially he got to get ready for this drop this the Shady album, which I didn't have nothing to do with it, but whether it was gonna be him in order to his label Drumwork, which he represent now, so that kind of works, and then but I might have something to do, and I'm not sure. I'm pretty much. I'm not sure I'm gonna be on with because where my is because he did push me like prior when the first one about to come. Like who knows? I'm because who knows? He reiterated the shit I did with my brothers. Do the same thing with when I on this and this year. And he did ask me. He did ask me. Like,
You sound like you're breaking up a bit.
You gonna be? Oh, sorry. It's my. Sorry. It's my notification. Like when started hitting me up. Like yeah. He asked me to be a part of he might hear the next program.
Oh, okay.
And I sent I sent the package.
That's what.
So I got a lot of shit in the works. As far as myself, I just dropped the project on my own like about almost 3 weeks ago called Cee Gee.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, Cee Gee. Yeah, I just dropped the producing album called Cee Gee, which is it's like a artist that rhyming over my beats, and it's like like a producer album.
Right.
Producer album. I already did like other two projects. One is the research. Other one was the classical gifted, and the third one is the Cee Gee.
Yeah, that's
so
dope.
I make this as a trilogy.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I already did some but that's out now, and you can check out, and then I got a lot of shit cooking up for the rest of this year.
Gotcha. So let me ask you a question. What tips would you have to any up and coming producers that's trying to come out and do their thing?
Oh man, it's like stay on your craft and trying to find like the best sound trying to find the best sound you can make, and then best sound you can make, and then whether it's you want to make something that you want to hear on the radio, or you just want to make something you want to hear that you want to represent the culture.
Gotcha.
Because oh, go ahead.
Oh no. Finish up, please.
Yeah. Just go. Yeah, just rep. And plus, just make. And also makes. And also you can. And also you can just make some. Makes. And then whatever you could do, you could just you could carry those influence. What's wherever you hear, you make something that was one influence to you.
Right. Gotcha. All right, Cee Gee, I want to thank you actually for taking time to chop it up with me. I greatly appreciate it. You're doing great work. I'm looking forward to hearing more of your work and getting into these projects that you sent me. Okay, so I appreciate that, and salute to you.
Salute.
All right, salute. Peace.
Right.
Tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. That's it. I'm gonna tell you now, I ain't no holy individual, but I am righteous. I'm not gonna gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna steal from you, I'm not gonna cheat you. I'ma tell you the truth.